So okay, first of all, we are going to create a user from Active Directory user and computer. So how to do? Just click on the start button, then go to programs. From there, select administrative tools, and from there, the third option, that is what, from top to bottom, Active Directory users and computers. First of all, we want to create a network user. It's going to be called it what? Network user means each and every user that is going to be created in the Active Directory. If you are having a network of 2, 10, 50 or 100 computers, so that user is allowed to log in on any machine in the entire network. User चे कम ताऊ पर सर्वर वाले पे Active Directory की जोड़ को ताऊ पर यो network के 100, 200, 500 सुनम computers. The user he is allowed to log in on any machine in the entire network. हर कंप्यूटर माने वाला login की देश. Now how to create Active Directory users and computer? Click on the button. There would be a domain name. That is what the domain name is kabul.com. Which computer that you have converted from workgroup to domain, that will be existed here. Just click on the computers, client 1 and client 2, because we are having what? We are having two clients, Windows XP and Windows XP. These are the clients of what? These are the clients of this domain. So that's why you can see these clients are there. These clients are there. Now, this is the user folder. We want to create a new user. So how to do? Just select this folder and right click over it. And from there select what? From there select new. And this is what? This is new user. This is what? New user. We want to create a new user. So just click on the button. It will ask about the first name, last name, full name, initial, each and everything about that user. So I'm just going to create a user with the name of what? With the name of Ali. And then here it asks about what? Initial doesn't require. No need to give him. And last name, if you want to give him Ali Khan. And if you don't want to mention, so no need. And just want to do what? User login name. This is the login name through which a user is going to log in through the entire network. So I'm just going to mention the same name, Ali. That is the full first name, and Ali is the what? Is the login name through which he is going to log in. And then I'm going to what? The domain name where we are going to create this user, that is what? Kabul.com. Then click on the next button. Here it will ask about the what? About the user password. So the standard password. Standard password characters. That is what? Standard password should be of what? That should be of 7 characters. 7 characters are required for what? For to create a user in the Active Directory. So it means that is what? That is the standard characters. But this password should be what? This password should be complex. Complex means in which all the keyboard's keys are involved, 0 to 9 digits, A to Z characters, and special characters. For example, if I want to create a user password, so 1, 2, 3, 0 to 9 digits, then at the rate of special symbol, and then for example A, B, and C. So now in which all the keyboard's keys are involved. This is called complex password, and that should be of what? 7 characters. With a complex password way. When you are going to create a user and the network user, so you have to give him what? You have to give him complex password. So complex password means in which all the keyboard keys are involved. 0 to 9 digits, A to Z characters, and special characters. And that should be what? Capital or small ABC. So here you can create a user with what? 111 at the rate of A. So that should be what? That should be complex. So this is called complex password, and that should be of what? Of 7 characters. Complex password, number, letter, and special characters. These are called special characters. Now here I'm going to mention a password. For example, 123 at the rate of A, B, and C, and the same password 123 at the rate of A, B, C again. And then these checkboxes I'm going to discuss it laterally. So now fill I'm just going to skip it. And then just password, and then click on the next button, and then finish. Now you can see that we have created a user with the name of Windows. This has been created a new user. Is it clear? So what to do? Just right click on the user folder from here, and then select new, and then user. If I don't want to create it from here, so this empty space is going to be given. This is called left pane, and this is called right pane. Pane देते हुए So right click the empty pane. In the right pane, just right click in empty space and select new, and from there select new user. So you can also create it from here as well. Click on the button. From here I want to create a user with the name of, for example, Wahid. User login name again Wahid. Next, assign a password 123 at the rate of ABC, 123 at the rate of A, B, and C. Just disable the checkbox and then click on the next button and then finish. Another user with the name of Wahid has been created. So this is how to create a new user. Now, why we created this user? For what? For logging on the client machine. So I'm just going to what? I'm going to close the Active Directory and then go to what? Click on the next button to the client machine. Here we want to what? This is Windows XP. This is our client of that domain. We want to log in on this machine. So just right click and here type the username. That is what? Ali. And here password of the user 123 at the rate of A, B, and C. And here you have to select what? The domain name. That is what? Kabul. Kabul.com, click on the OK button. He's going to log in on the client machine. Now just check it out. The username would be there. This is Ali user that has been logged in on the client machine. Is it clear? We have also created another user. I'm going to log off this user. We want to log in with the other user. Who is the second user? Wahid. Again select this Alt Control Delete and then what? Then specify the second user. Wahid. 123 at the rate of A, B, and C. He is going to log in. Is it clear? So we have created a user in the Active Directory and that user is now allowed to log in the entire network to any machine. Now for example, if we don't have any user and we want to log in with that user, we didn't create any user and we want to log in on the client machine. So how to check it out? For example, I'm just going to log off and we want to create a new user. For example, we want to log in with the name of what? With the name of a new user Aka and 123 at the rate of ABC. The user doesn't exist. We want to log in with a new user with the name of what? With the name of Zubair. 123 at the rate of ABC. Zubair is not there. We want to log in with the username Obad. 123 at the rate of ABC. So first of all, we have to create a user in the Active Directory, and after that, he is allowed to log in. So these users is not existed in the Active Directory. So that's why they are not allowed to log in the any machine in the entire network. So what to do? First of all, we have to create user, start program, admin tools, and then Active Directory, user and computers. And here I am going to create a user. Right click, then go to new, and from there select what? New user with the name of Ahmad. Next, 123 at the rate of A, B, and C. 123 at the rate of A, B, C. And then disable the checkbox. Next, and then finish. A user with the name of Ahmad has been created. Now go to what? To the next machine. Here we want to log in. Ahmad 123 at the rate of ABC. He is allowed to log in. So you should. Now you can see that Ahmad has been logged in. So this is the first computer. If I want to log in with the same user on the next computer, click on the button. This is second operating system. This is second client of the domain. We want to log in. Alt Control Delete, and we want to log in with Ahmad user here 123 at the rate of A, B, and C. So he's also allowed to log in on any machine. So we are having two clients, and the same user is allowed to log in on both of the computers. Is it clear? So that is what user creation and then how to log in. That is the first method. We are going to create user in the Active Directory through what? Through Active Directory, users, and computer. Now, how to create a user through the second method. So what is the second method? We want to create a user from what? From command prompt. So first of all, start, then what? Go to what? Run, or go to what? Go to programs. Then accessories, and from there select what? Command prompt. Is it clear? If you don't want to create it from here, so what? Start, then go to what? Go to run. Start, then go to run, and there type what? CMD. Start run, and then CMD command. Now here we want to create a user. So how to create? Type NAT. NAT means net, network. We want to create a network user. Net, then space user. Net, space user. After that, space username. So we want to create a user with the name of what? With the name of Hashmat. Net space user space username. Net, then space user space username, that is Hashmat. Then space password 111 at the rate of AAA. Net, then fasila user, then fasila username Hashmat, then fasila 111 at the rate of AAA, that is the password. Again fasila space /A double D 8 /add, and then press enter. You will get a message, the command completed successfully. So it means we have created user in the Active Directory successfully. I'm just going to press enter. Net space user space username, then space password, then space /add. Now press enter. You will get a message, the command completed successfully. It means we have created a user in the Active Directory successfully. Is that clear? Yeah, necessary. Space is necessary. If you are going to write it consecutively, the command would not work. Again, net user. Net user what? RF 111 at the rate of AAA space /add. Net space user space username, then password, then space /add. Forward or back के फर्क वही backslash user is not going to be created. Yeah, // then press enter. The command completed successfully. If you want to just check it out from the command prompt that whether these users has been created or not, check the user create just type net space what? Net space users and press enter. It will show you that RF is there, and you can see Ahmad, Guest, Wahid, Ali, and Hashmat. So we have just created two users, Hashmat and RF. Now you can see there is Hashmat and there is RF. So these users has been created. Now, if you want to check it out in the Active Directory, so what to do? Start program, admin tools, and from there Active Directory user and computer. Just check it out. RF is there, and here you can see that Hashmat is also there. So these users have been created from the command prompt. This is the second method of users creation from DOS from command prompt. Just check it out. Just bring your chair here. This is the second method. If you want to create a user from what? From run. The third method, run. So what to do? Start, then go to what? Run. The same command is going to be used. Net space user space username space password and then /add. How to do? Net. Net what? Net user. Username. For example, we want to create a user with the name of what? With the name of Zikriya. Directly, yeah. Net space user space username, then space password 123 at the rate of ABC, and then /8. The same command is going to be used in what? In run, not in CMD. In run. You can also use it, the same command in CMD or from here. So just press enter. You will get a message. And now if you want to check it out, so what to do? Start program, admin tools, Active Directory user computers, refresh it, and you will see there would be a user with the name of Zikriya at the end. Now it has been created. So this is the third method. So how to create a user? So first Active Directory user and computers, then command prompt, and the third method from run. Now the fourth method, that is what? That is notepad. If you want to create more than one user at the same time, 10, 15, 20, 50 or 100 users, we want to create it at the same time. So what to do? Notepad is going to be used. Start program, accessories, and then what? Notepad. You can just write it what? Start, go to run, and type there what? Type there notepad. Open it. Now from here we want to use, so the same command, net space user. Net space user. What is username? I'm just going to create a user with the name of user1. User1, Ali, Abed, Reis, anything you want to give. Net space user space username user1. Then password 111 at the rate of AAA /8 double D. Now this is for a single user. We want to create more than one user. So just select this command, copy and then paste, copy paste. Now just change the username. This is user 1, from here user 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, user 9, and then 10, for example 11. We just wanted to create 10 users. 10 users at the same time. And if you want to change your password, so first of all 111 second 2 3 3 4 4 8, you can change it easily. Just change it, but after what? After the users creation command, you have to save this file with what? With .bat extension. For example, the file name any variation. The file name also ever go, but after the dot, you have to mention what BAT. BAT stands for what? For group, for batch file. You have to create it what? Batch means group of commands. You have just a single click is required, and the 10 user is going to be created at the same time. The file name is so taso A work away, B work away, C work away. Yeah, just the file name work user.bat. Now just a single click is required. A single click and the user is going to be created at the same time 10, 20, 50 or 100. Now how to do? Just go to file menu and there save. Save the file with any name. But I'm just going to use it, save it with user.word user.bat. Extension is necessary, .bat extension. Now I'm going to save it what on the desktop. BAT. BAT means batch file. So user.bat, a.bat, b.bat, c.bat, anyone. Any name you can mention it here. So user.what, user.bat, and I'm going to save it on what? On the desktop. You can see that on the desktop batch file has been created. This is called batch file. Is it clear? Now I'm just going to close it, and then we want to what? We want to create. Now check it out. Start program, admin tools, Active Directory, user and computers. Now there is no user with the name of user 1, 2 or 3. So how to do? Just a single click on it. Click. All the user has been created through a single click, and now you can see that just a single refresh is required. Refresh, and you can see these 10 user has been created. 10 users at the same time created. 10, 20, 50, 100, 200. How much user you want to create? So just the same command is going to be copied and pasted, and just change the username. So the username change away, password change away, command same, then net user space username. Is it clear? There you come. So these users command prompt start programs accessories command prompt. Type what? Net space user. Username brother Aka. सही शो net user space username brother Aka space 123@abc/a. Now just press what? Just press enter. The command completed successfully, and if you want to check it out, net users brother Aka would be there. Brother Aka. A user has been created. And if you want to check it out, start program, admin tools, Active Directory, user and computers, and just check it out. Brother Aka is there. Is it clear? Now, for example, we want to go to what? How to open start program, admin tools, and from there Active Directory, users and computers. From here we can open it. Now, if you want to open it from what? From run. So what to do? Start, go to run, and type dsa.msc. dsa.msc and press enter. Active Directory is going to be opened. Active Directory, so the run home open to type what? dsa.msc. So Active Directory is going to be opened. dsa.msc. dsa.msc for opening Active Directory from run. dsa.msc Microsoft Console. MSC dsa.msc for Active Directory user and computers. Now these are what? These are how to create users. How to create users. Mhm. Delete, yes. Select to delete. Okay, for example, now I'm going to what? I'm going to create a user. Right click, new, and from here I'm selecting what? New user. New user with the name of Abdul Mateen. I'm going to create a user with the name of what? Mateen. Username, login name, again Mateen. Next, 123 at the rate of ABC. 123 at the rate of ABC. The first checkbox, user must change password and next log on. What is the checkbox? User must change password and next log on. Now these users, we are going to create Ali, Jamal, Wahid, Abed, each and every user. That is just going to be created by the administrator. User cannot create itself. User username password nishi chodavali. That is going to be created by the administrator. Now administrator is going to create these users in the Active Directory. So if you want to give him the permission that when a user is going to log in for the first time on the client machine, so he is able to change his password. उसका password the username को सिर्फ administrator दे. I'm just going to create a user for Mateen that your username would be this Mateen and your password would be 123 at the rate of ABC. Means user administrator knows the username and password. But if I want to give him the permission to the user that when you are going to log in on the client machine for the first time, so it's going to ask you that change your password and Mateen is able to change his password. Mateen is able to change his password. So I want to give him the permission to change his password. So that's why the first option is enabled. That is what user must change password and next log on. When he's going to log in for the first time on the client machine, so he will be asked, the computer will be asked to change your password. Is it clear? So now I'm going to what? Create the user, next, and then finish. Now I have created a user with the name of Mateen. Now I'm going to what? Go to the client machine. And here I want to log in with the same username and password. For example, Ahmad is there. If I'm going to log in with the username Ahmad, so it doesn't ask anything for changing the password. But I'm going to what? I'm going to log in with the username that I have created now, and that checkbox is enabled. That option is enabled. Now I'm going to log in with username Mateen, M-A-T-E-E-N, and then 123 at the rate of ABC. Now when he's going to log in, so at the first login he will get a message. You are required to change your password. Because I have enabled that checkbox that user must change password at next log on. Now the previous password of Mateen is going to be expired. Now click on the OK button and it's going to ask for new password. So I'm going to assign a new password 111 at the rate of AAA and again 111 at the rate of AAA. That is what? That is the confirmed new password for this user. That is what? That is Mateen, and click on the OK button. Your password has been changed. Now click OK to log in. Now Mateen password has been changed. That is what? That is by the administrator to what? By the administrator to the Mateen. Was Mateen pakhwala change. Is it clear? So that is what? That is the password of this user. Yeah, because he is not the administrator, he is the client. And when he is going to log in on the client machine through his username and password. So on the first screen, on the first login, he is going to ask what? To change your password. Now for example, again I'm going to log off. Now Mateen is going to log in for the second time. So that password is not going to be asked. मतलब दोबारा बताना तब कुछ ना कही 111 at the rate of AAA. That is the new password of Mateen. Click on the OK button. So now he is allowed to log in through his new password. If administrator wants to change his password, what is Mateen? This is the user. Right click and reset password. That is a reset करने password होता है empty होता है the user password खत्म है. Administrator have the rights to do each and everything. Now is it clear? That is what user must change password and next log on. I'm going to log off from the user Mateen, and then again we want to create a new user. Again right click new and new user. I'm going to create a new user. Mustafa. Now password 123 at the rate of ABC. 123 at the rate of ABC. Okay, the second checkbox, that is what? User cannot change password. We don't want to give him the permission to the user that he is allowed to change his password. So just enable this checkbox. User what? User cannot change password. If I am going to disable it, this option is disabled and we are going to log in from this machine. For example, the same method. Mateen has been logged in on this machine and now it doesn't ask about the password. But when he's going to press what? Alt plus control plus delete. So there is also an option, that is what? Change password. If I'm going to press alt control delete, so you can see that there is an option with the name of what? Change password. So Mateen is also able to change password from here, but we want to give him what? We don't want to give him the permission. So how to do? I'm going to create a new user with the name of Mustafa, and to Mustafa we don't want to give him the permission. User what? User cannot change password. Now enable this, next, and then finish. Mustafa has been created. Go to the client machine, and here I'm going to log in with the username Mustafa and assign the password 123 at the rate of ABC. Mustafa is allowed to log in on the client machine, but when he tries to change his password to alt control delete, so he will get a message that you don't have the permission to change your password. Now Mustafa has been logged in on this machine. Now Mustafa wants to change his password. So what to do? Press Alt, Control and Delete. This window is going to be appeared. And you want to change your password. Click on the change password. What is the old password? 123 at the rate of ABC. New password 111 at the rate of AAA. Again 111. Confirm new password at the rate of AAA. Now click on the OK button. You will get a message, that is what? You don't have the permission to change your password. You don't have the permission to change your password because administrator has disabled this option that you are not allowed to change your password. User cannot change password. Is it clear? Now click on the OK button. So you are not able to change. So just cancel it and cancel. You will use the same password for logging at each and every time. Again, I'm going to what? I'm going to log out. But is it clear? So confusion honishta. Again, right click, new user. I'm going to create a new user. Umaid. Next, 123 at the rate of ABC. 123 at the rate of ABC. What is the third checkbox? Password never expire. When you are going to create a new user in the Active Directory for the first time, so this user password will work for 42 days. That is the default days. After the 42 days, these password of each and every user is going to be expired. 42 days बाद the password expire sheet. Yeah, the third checkbox, that is what? Password never expires. That is the option. But the first option, that is what? When we are going to create a user in the Active Directory, so his password is going to be expired after what? After 42 days. So one option is that if you don't want to what? The password is never expired. If you are going to enable this checkbox, so this password will never be expired. He can use it for a long time, for a year or 2 or 3, for every time. Then your server is active. But if we want that if this option is disabled, password never expires is disabled. So after the 42 days, if this user is going to log in on the 43 days, so he will be what? He will be asked to change his password. He will get a message, that is what the first checkbox message means. What? He will get a message that your password has been expired and you have to what? You are required to change your password. He will get this message on what? On the 43 days. 42 days the para the password karki the same password. कल चिता 43 day बाद login कीगी तो तब message मिलावशी. What message? You are required to change your password. Means the password expire शेवे दी. ओके चले तासु ता वाणे चले the password दी forever कार गई. Just this option is going to be enabled. Password never expire. But if our 42 days the para say, then you can extend it up to what? Up to 999 days. Up to 999 days you can extend it. But if you are going to enable this checkbox, so you don't have to extend it. Password never expires, forever show. Is it clear? Now, for example, how to, I'm just going to add, this option is disabled, password never expires. I'm going to create a user next and then finish. This user has been created with the name of Omid and date, just check it out the date, today's date, that is what, 26th June. This is what, 26th June, today is 27, but it's the yesterday date, it's okay. This is 26. Now I'm going to what, I'm going to log in on the client machine with the same user, Omid, and then 123 at the rate of ABC. Now just check it out the date on the client machine, the same date would be there, or maybe the date has been changed. Check it out on the client machine, the date, that is what, 26 June. That is 26 June, means the user is logged in for the first time on the client machine. And who is the user? Omid. Now I'm going to log off this user and go to what? Go to the server operating system, and from there I'm going to right click and just date and time. So for how much days the password is going to be expired? After 42 days. So now I'm going to what? This is 26 June. I'm just going to extend it up to what? July, or for example, August. And then apply OK. Now just refresh it. Go to what? Go to the client machine, and from there, for the first time, I'm going to log in with the administrator username and password. 123 at the rate of ABC. Just check it out that whether the date has been adjusted or not. So just we want to check it out. Now just check it out. This is still 26 June. I am going to log off. Again log in. The first login by the Aksar we have to restart our computer, but we can't restart at the same time. So we have to what? We have to just log off or refresh it for a single time. Still right click over it, go to what? Adjust date and time. Yeah, for example, I'm just going to log in with that user. Who is the user? Omid is the user. So Omid don't have the permission to change date and time. I'm going to log in with the username Omid 123 at the rate of ABC. Now he is allowed to log in because the date has not yet been updated. Now I'm going to what? I'm going to change the date and then going to try that this user is allowed to log in or not. So administrator and then administrator password. Now check it out. Right click here, right click, and then we want to what? Adjust date and time. And we want to change the date from June up to what? From June up to August on the client machine as well. Now the date has been changed, and then log off the user. Now if you want to log in with the username Omid, so you will get a message that is what? Omid 123 at the rate of ABC. Your password has expired and must be changed. Because after the 42 days, the password should be changed, and we have adjusted the date. We have make it what? 2 months ago. From June up to what? From June up to August. So that's why his password has been expired, and this time now he's going to ask what? For the new password. So now he's going to change the password, and then he is allowed to log in on the client machine. Now for example, if I'm going to change the password 111 at the rate of AA, and then click on the OK button, your password has been changed, and now this user is allowed to log in. Is that clear? Now, for example, I am going to what? Shut down the computer, log off, and then go to what? From there, start programs, admin tools, Active Directory user and computers. Right click, new user with the name of what? With the name of Shakir. Next, 111 at the rate of AAA, 111 at the rate of AAA. Now, password never expires. Password never expires. By default, it is going to be expired after 42 days. But I'm going to enable this checkbox. The password will never be expired. Now click on the next button and finish. User has been created. Now I'm going to what? On the client machine, I want to log in with this username, Shakir111 at the rate of AA. Now he is allowed to log in on the client machine. Now I'm just going to what? I just wanted to change the date. Date change all one. Now, for example, Shakir has been logged in on this machine. I'm going to what? I'm going to log off. Go to what? Go to the server operating system, and from there, what is the date? That is what? That is August. So I just want you to change it from August to what? September, October, for example, November. 3 months. Apply and then OK. Refresh it. Go to what? Go to the client machine. Here I'm going to what? I'm going to log in with the administrator username and password. Just check it out, the date, that is August. Right click and I'm going to change it from August to what? From August to November. Apply and then OK. Now going to what? Going to change. Log off the user and now just 3 months difference. 3 months difference. Now we want to log in with the same username. Shakir 111@AAA. It doesn't ask about the changing password because we have enabled the option. That is what? Password never expires. The difference how the Shakir the password change. I have enabled the checkbox password never expires. Because the mesh farik rashi, because the 1 year difference rashi, his password will never be expired. Is that clear? And what is the last option? For example, that is what? Account is disabled. Account disabled means if you are going to create a user for Shakir or for Hashmat or for Zikriya, that password or that user will just be working forward for 1 year. The DAT students. The users you call the enable call. After 1 year, I want to disable these accounts. So how to disable an account? So start programs, admin tools, Active Directory, user and computer, and from there I'm going to what? New account. What is the new account? I'm just going to create a user with the name of, for example, Haris. Next, assign a password 111@AAA. Now the last option, that is what? Account is disabled. So there would be what? There would be a cross symbol just like here. Mean this account has been what? Has been created but disabled. Don't worry, Haris account has been disabled. Now if you are going to log in on the client machine through this username Haris and 111@AAA, so you will get a message, your account has been disabled. Your account has been disabled. Please see your administrator, system administrator. Yeah, check your system administrator. Yeah, contact your system administrator because your account has been disabled. Now, for example, if I want to enable it, so how to do? Right click on the Haris user and there is what? That is enable account. Now this account has been enabled. Just refresh and now if you are going to log in on the client machine with this username, that is what? Haris and 111@AAA, so he is allowed to log in. Push enable. So you can easily enable or disable a user account as well. Okay, if for example we give him the permission to change his password for a user, but if a client wants to, if an administrator wants to change a password of any user, so how to do? For example, these are the users. The administrator wants to change the password of Arif. So right click over it and what is this? Reset password. From here he can change the password of Arif. 111@AAA, again 111@AAA. Now click on the OK button and the password of Arif has been changed. So that is the easy method. But if we want to change the password of a user through the administrator, so there is another method. I am going to open what? Command CMD. Open command prompt and from here we want to change the password of a specific user. How to change? Netspace user. Netspace user. Which user password you want to change? I want to change the password of Haris. So for example, first of all I am going to check net users. So these are all the users. We want to change a password of a specific user. So first net space user. Net space user and then username. Who is the user? Haris is the user. Net space user then username. We want to change the password of this user through command prompt. Net space user space username and after that space type what? Type static. Type what? Static. Press enter. It will ask. Sorry, net we have discussed it. Net space user space Haris then static. Press enter. It will what? Type a password for the user. Type a new password for the user. So I am going to type 123@ABC. but it doesn't show you anything. I have typed the password, but will not show you anything. Again, press enter. It will ask retype the password, confirm the password. 123 at the rate of A, B, and C. Again, the same password is going to be typed, and then press enter. You will see a message, the command completed successfully. Now we have changed the password of Haris from command prompt as well. Net space user space username and then space sterling. Then press enter, new password and confirm new password. And then press enter. So the password will be changed easily. Is it clear? So that is how to change a password from command prompt, or if you want to change it from the Active Directory. So what to do? Just right click over the user, and that is what reset password. So from here you can easily change the password of a user. Is it clear? كافي ذي أنا بارا. أنا أخي الخوف درا له أنا ما أدري